And my name is Anae. I'm the oldest of 7 that grew up in this house on Iosepa Street. I'm the oldest of Famika and Alice Anae. We were, I think, original members because we were living here in the Laie 3rd Ward. And so this was Laie 3rd Ward territory, but then as the church grew, the wards were split, and I think that's how it went. So Laie 3rd Ward split into Laie 4th and 5th. These homes were some of the original homes. This home that we're at now, next door, and then across the street, Fanga's, and then Westwood's. And then Brother Skinner built the Kekaula's home. People that were around when Laie 5th started was Anae's, Almodova's, and Fanga. And then President Mailo, a couple homes down. I think those were, and then Brother Marvin Stone. I was living in the home just on the other side of Tuimaones. So, and then the Barretts, right here, and Almu. There were 5 boys in this home, and we're all pretty close to the same age. And something was happening here, which was probably on a daily basis. People used to cross on the other side of the street to avoid what was going on here because too much testosterone. And I have to say that Bishop Sherwood deserves a special place in heaven because he had to deal with my brother Brad. Oh man, it was terrible. It was tough. Johnny, Awilua, Gabriel Cravens. Great idea. We're gonna have boxing for one of our activities. And immediately my dad and my brother Brad put on the boxing gloves. They wanted to spar around and have fun with the gloves before the kids. So the kids were gathering here in the patio. We used to have white benches. And then, my dad and brother started throwing blows for real. That's how it was around here. Those are examples of what was going on here in our house. Boom, boom, boom. And then after about a half an hour, they gave the gloves to me and my brother Robert. So we started going at it. So it's been an hour. The poor teachers, how old is teachers? 14 maybe? They just were shell shocked. It was over. So I asked them, do you guys want to box? No. So that was the end of the activity. My parents were not rich people. They built this home in '67 on life savings and on leased property from the church. They sent all of us on missions except my sister Audrey, and all of us are college graduates. So we're kind of like a manifestation of their faith. Each of them have a story to tell of faith. And so I've had the contention as I've grown up, now that I'm 68, that nobody is in Laie by accident because there's too many advantages for people of faith to have here to grow in the gospel. So I've kind of made the full circle and come back, taking care of this property for the rest of my lifetime and pass it on to the next generation. Yeah, Laie 5th Ward's been great. Bishop Aki with Brother Ole and Brother Paul Tailele were probably the bishopric that I knew the best. Brother Ole became Bishop of Laie 5th Ward twice. I bring up these things because it was a big deal when I was a kid. This area was the only area that was really prepared for residential development. The rest of Laie was no sidewalks. So they used to say that this is new Laie and over there is old Laie. Being members of the Laie 5th Ward and Laie 3rd Ward and 2nd Ward, where you would mix with the people that came from the mainland to work at the college. I had a lot of friends that were from Utah and went back to Utah that grew up here. And that was a wonderful part of the makeup of our ward, is that we had like Polynesians. I mean, in those days, it wasn't unusual for parents not to speak English or not even to want to speak English because their English was so challenged. And mixing in the same ward with the professors, that were teaching at the college. It was all under, the movement of the saints and the movement of faith and the mission of the temple and the college and all the things that we as kids kind of were just taken along for a ride. But as you get older, you realize all the benefits that the college, living so close to the college, had in your life, and how those people that you mixed with, brought a different set of knowledge and values and experiences that, our friends at Kahuku, didn't really have. Even though it's a lot different now, life in Haula and Kahuku. But in those days, the professors were centered around this faculty housing here on Moana Street. We benefited from being in their ward and all the benefits of association with them. Thank goodness, my dad married her, because she was, like Sister Fanga, it's the same mold. Sister Almodova, the same thing. It was either a foul or you didn't make a foul. You either broke the commandment or you didn't. It was not unlike Laie in general. Kind of strict upbringing didn't really change a lot of the things that happened with me and my brothers and sisters, but it changed the way we interpreted what happened to us. I mean, we would do things that most people ended up in jail or really suffering major consequences, and then got lost. Got lost into drug abuse, got lost. But having a mother that we had and a dad that we had, we knew where we stood. We knew we were wrong. Being a member of the church helps you. You don't get lost, where a lot of people didn't make it through their adolescent years. There's a lot of risk, and I consider my mother and my dad to be the reason why we've had the life that we've had, really. Because I've seen others that are not as fortunate. I am Alan Famika Anae. I am a former member of the Laie 5th Ward and a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.